everyone. Welcome, Aminat. Again, I
Hi,
love having
Jonathan.
you
Yeah, I know, right?
here.
Cool shirt, by the way.
No, thank you. My
I
mom
like
got it
that
for me
shirt.
in Brazil. I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. A bunch of people already here. Sorry for being a little late. We were so busy chatting, I lost track of
I
the
know, right?
time.
It's my fault, guys. My fault.
Let's say hello. First one in was Jamie of Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. Aloha. Hello, Gerald of Churro Stash. And Chris of Elemental Cartomancy. Wow, you made it. Yay! And Beth, Aspasia Rising. Welcome. I think that's everyone who's here. And hello, lurkers, and anyone coming in, and everyone watching the
Hi,
playback.
everyone.
So today we finally get to play. I've been looking.
Yeah. So you got them. You got them. Yeah, I'm glad you did. Yeah.
I got the deck right here. So the Iyami Oracle is amazing. The artwork, breathtaking.
Thank you.
And I love how you use different artists, but even though their art is different, they merge so well together.
Yeah. That was just luck. It was just like that's how I knew it was meant to be, because the guys that I found, their technique just blended. They have different techniques and different names for the way they do their art, but it's just once I saw one, I was like, oh, okay, this is it. And I just pursued them and said, look, this is what I'm doing. Would you be interested? And yeah, they all jumped on board. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, hi, Julie.
Oh, and Julie's here. She made it. Hi, Julie.
So today we thought we'd do some polls for everybody. I mean, if you have questions about the Oracle, we did kind of cover a little bit in our last live together, but we're willing to answer more. The book is great. I mean, you did a really good job with write-ups. I
Thank you.
Each.
I really worked hard on it.
Yeah, I really love the format, how there's a quote, and there's like a write-up, and then like even have like keywords right here, and then the message.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I really wanted the guidebook to be something different from what I've seen out there. And I like physical books as well. You know, I know everybody likes, the Kindle and stuff, but I really wanted the guidebook to be something substantial that you can hold in your hands, so.
We have a question. How many cards are there?
So there are 44.
44.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I changed because at first I was going to do 43 because of the numerology, and then once I did that, I remember the Indiegogo, and it was okay, and then I ended up just saying, let me just go ahead and do 44. That's the standard Oracle deck number, and I said, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. Julie says she's using it a lot. Good.
It's really well. I'm using it a lot.
Oh, Julie, thanks for reminding me. I need to send Julie the PDF. I forgot about her.
Yeah,
thanks for reminding me, Julie. Julie, I made a added PDF document. I think it's about 4 pages with a simple, that was really good. You can see it. A simple card spread.
My
and
let me put on my do not disturb.
And added keywords.
Yeah. So we have a spread. And
I'm glad she came on because I completely forgot. I need to send it to her as well.
So there's different. Those are really too small, but yeah, there's keywords and then there's shadow keywords for reverse.
Reverse. Yeah, just for because of the feedback, I decided just to do it for anyone who wanted to, Yeah.
And this information you're going to add to the book for the next printing.
Yeah, because for the next printing, I'm hoping. I keep saying I'm hoping because I'm going to launch a Kickstarter, probably a campaign, probably November 11th, and then I'm just going to see how that goes. And if that's successful, I'll be able to do the second print really quickly. But as always, I'm not really dependent on that. I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyways. So if I say I'm going to do something in regards to the project, I'm going to do it. It's just if I have to do it myself, it's going to take, So that's what I hope to do is add that information into the guidebook.
Well, we have someone new here. Hello, Lisa Foster. Welcome.
Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I'm really glad you like the guidebook because I really worked. I did. I wanted to, and the designer that I found, she's amazing. Because I hired a specific, the designer. She specializes in book binding because I'm like an old school book person. and she
Right.
knows how to do like handmade books. It's
Oh, I
just
love
I
that.
just like stuff like that. So when I saw her
Yeah.
work and her design, I was like, this is the lady that I want. So
Oh, Peter's here. Hi,
hi,
Peter.
Peter. Everybody's here. It's good. It's a party.
Right?
Okay.
I love it. So these are the backs of the cards. I love that image. Scales.
Yeah, and the back of the cards is actually the scales of the mermaid. I think that's card 17.
Considering our conversation before we went live, you can tell why I like this, don't you?
I know. Yeah.
Being
So
a water
interesting.
baby that I am, right? And then the artwork is just breathtaking.
Yeah. So that's a different artist.
Different artists, and I just appreciate how the different imagery is like gives a different feel because of the artwork.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it really just works together so well.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there's one artist in particular I've noticed. I'm not sure who did what, but let me find a good example. Oh, here's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Mother of Sound. Right? I just love
Yeah.
this artist because of the way that there's like all these little other faces and details and things.
That's his technique.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, what I was looking for when I thought about this project in 2013 was I wanted, like the African texture, like the shirt you have on. Because our print is very textured. It's something that you recognize.
Right.
You're gonna know this cloth comes somewhere. Even in Brazil, because they have like a lot of connection with West Africa as well, right? So I wanted a card. That's just what I thought about. It's like I want this deck to kind of look like that. Like when you see it, it comes from West Africa. Just like when you see the cloth, you can tell it's somewhere from Africa. So I wanted something to have texture. So when I just went looking for these guys, I'm telling you, it was meant to be, because I didn't really have to look that hard. Because that type of technique.
They're just here we are. Yep. Oh, hey Joseph, IT guy. Peter has a question for
Thank you.
What was your process for coming up with the number correspondences?
That's a really good question. We were just talking about that. Yeah. That's a really good question, Peter. Oh no, I was just talking about that with somebody else. I was just talking about that with a numerologist. I may have an interview coming up. I don't know. And this guy is like a big deal too in the US. So there's numerology in our tradition in West Africa, Peter, in the Orisha tradition. There's actually numbers that are very that correspond to specific deity. You see that one you put up with the combs, the Oshun, the one with the combs, the lady that's smiling. Her number is the number 5. The one you put up, you just put it up.
I just put it up.
Yeah. Her number is number 5, and like this guy, this is a legua. The Lukumi and the Spanish, the derivative of Orisha, they call him a legua. Yeah. So legua is number 6. I put him as number 6 because his number is actually the number that corresponds to him, because he lives on the 3 road intersection is the number 3. So because I couldn't really put him in the number 3 position, I decided to do 6. So like the one you just put up, Oshun, her number is 5. She was, easy. So she has that position. So there's like numerology in our Orisha tradition. So I try to make sure to keep to that.
Right. Well, it's not just that particular art style with the faces and stuff. I mean, even this one here, number 44, with the cracks, like the cracks themselves make little pictures. Right?
Yes. Yeah. You see how he embedded the duck. That's supposed to be a duck.
Yeah.
The duck. And that's very symbolic. The cowrie again. Remember I was just talking about the cowrie. The bee. That's a bee. Yeah, you see the texture. That's what I was looking for. This was the last artist that I found. And it was just by chance. I was just scrolling through Facebook because I'm like, I gotta get this done. I'm tired. I have to get this done. And the guys, they were working as hard as these are hand painted. You see how large this is. So they're not machines, right? So I was like, I just have to get this done because I wanted to get it done by the summer. So this was February, and I said, I may need to find another artist because I was going to Nigeria that March. And I said, it would be great if I can go to Nigeria, finish it, bring the artwork with me rather than paying DHL. DHL is crazy expensive. I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I just went on Facebook, was just scrolling. I was just like, and I saw this art and I was like, oh my God. And then I just stopped and I went to the guy's page. Yeah. He's the same one. You can tell. Yeah. You're really good. Yeah. He's the same one.
Yeah. And then you get the cowries and the cracks again, right?
So saw his artwork. That's Julius. He's super on it. You know, I was like, this is what I'm doing. This is my Instagram. I'm coming to Nigeria in 10 days. Can you do 10 artworks within 12 days? He's like, sure. Literally just like that. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, Beth has a question for you, Aminat.
Yeah.
She showed your deck to an owner of a large metaphysical store in the Midwest. And apparently the owner wants to distribute, but doesn't want to deal with UK shipping.
Yeah.
Are you going to have anyone in the US carrying this?
Beth, that's actually something I'm looking for. So I will, send you an email. I'll give you my details after this, or at some point, maybe I'll put it in the chat because I'm looking for somebody in the US because the US people have been really, really, you guys have been great.
Yeah.
I've been getting sales in the US.
The link to
I don't have anyone.
Shop in the description, so you could probably get your email through that.
Yeah, Beth, actually that's something that I'm looking for, and I've been unsuccessful so far, so I'm definitely willing to speak to this per person. I'm aware that the shipping is just ridiculous, but and I've been trying to find a US. It'll be great if I could find a small business owner that's the distributor, that would be great. Just to work with a small shop and then just do it like that. I prefer that rather than going big, right? Yeah. So Beth, I'm definitely gonna
knows somebody, get them in touch with Aminat.
Yeah. So Beth, I will either I don't know if email Jonathan. Yes, please. Yeah. You can email Jonathan after this, and I will send you my details.
Email me after this, and I'll send you my number.
Cool. Thanks, Beth. Cool. Thanks for showing that too. That's really nice of you.
Okay. Julie has an idea. What about Tarot Garden?
I don't know what that is. Who's that?
It's I think it's a website and a store, if I remember right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you might want to just check into that.
Yes, check into that.
Tarot Garden is one of those small distributors.
Yeah.
Like you're asking for. So.
I mean, Beth says she's a double
Capricorn.
Good
I
love that. Jeanette Roth. Okay.
Jeanette Roth. Okay.
Cool.
These.
Yeah.
Are big.
I know. Yeah. The size, right? I think I'm going to look into if the Kickstarter again is successful, the next edition, I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. These are 11.2 cm by 14. So I want to see, because the challenge I had was because most of the artwork was not, obviously because I'm an amateur, I was an amateur when I started this. I didn't know that you're supposed to get your card size together first before you commission. So I was so excited. I went straight into commissioning all these artworks.
Right.
And then halfway through it, that's when I realized once I got the card size, I was like, oh my God. And we were trying to then structure the card size around the artwork, which I learned because you learn, in the middle of this, that you're supposed to structure the artwork around the card size.
Right.
So that's something. So that's the reason why, because I didn't want to cut off any of the icons,
Right. Well, and there's so much detail to the artwork.
So much.
So much. You almost need it to be this big. I mean.
Yeah. But I think if I go to 10 cm, a little bit more narrower,
Just a
I don't know if I'm
little
gonna have it a little
bit.
bit more shorter. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be. So that's what I'm looking for at it as
I don't
well.
know. I think these are a great size for myself. I mean,
Yeah, because you're a guy as well. So
well, I have small hands for a guy.
really? Okay.
Like, and I'm starting to get arthritis a little in my
Ah,
knuckles, so it's hard to shuffle. Um,
really?
but these, I think I don't know. I haven't had any issue shuffling these, even though they're kind
Yeah,
of big, because they're kind of square, so it's a little
they're
bit
kind of
easier
square.
to shuffle. But I think I don't know. The size is really important for me because then you can get that
The
detail,
detail.
right?
I
Amazing
can't. Yeah,
detail
I
in
try
there.
not to cut off any icons because if I cut off the icons, then what's the point? Because that's why
Right,
the guidebook is so. Because everything means,
right.
every
There's a meaning to every little
it's mean to
thing,
everything. Yeah. So
right?
IT guy
Um,
loves the card size. Thanks and all the
yeah.
details. Canvas
And then,
sizes don't correspond. Yeah.
or this has always been my issue. Okay, yeah, yeah. And Julie agrees with me. Keep your size. I think that's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it oracles are supposed to be a little bigger, right?
Right. Right.
So, and I
That's
think it's
that's what I thought as
important.
well.
I don't know. I don't think I'd want this any smaller, just because, like I said, that detail would disappear otherwise. Or not
Yeah.
disappear, but it'd be a little harder to
It'll be a
see,
little bit harder to see.
right?
Right. You're right.
And that I
Interesting.
think that,
Okay.
as you said, the detail is almost as important as the image itself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree. Keep the size.
Cool. Okay.
You know. So, I was talking to Aminat about doing some card pulls for you people.
Yeah.
You draw one, I guess, and see what the message is. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone
So,
can
yeah,
and
if
then
you
it's
want,
it's a good way to show as well. Because
yeah,
obviously, I mean, just before we start, and I think you should do it as well. I'm gonna have more information.
right,
Just so, but it'll be interesting to see how you like. Julie's really, really, really good with doing like freestyle.
right.
I think advanced readers, even though she doesn't call herself a reader, but she actually is because she did one when it first launched, and then she did the card pull with the parrot, and
Mhm.
her interpretation was very interesting. I was like, oh, I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
So, and that's why the
Okay.
symbolism is so important. You don't have to use the guidebook, so it'll be good.
I
So you
think
can
this
do it.
is actually really good cardstock because it's very bendy and it makes
Yeah.
it easy to shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
It is rose petal for those of you who have an issue with rose petal finishes. I just noticed there's a slashed on this card. Oh, that happened.
Is there? They'll probably. Which
Yeah,
card
look.
is that? Because I had some of the. Oh, that's the damage. I'll have to send you another one. The printing company guys made a lot of mistakes. That's why when a lot of people got
Yeah,
their
there's a cut
cards.
right there. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's funny
Yeah.
you never saw that. Yeah, and I checked the cards, so I had to open. So what happened with the printing company, right? It took me a while to find a company that actually had the kind of cardstock that I liked, and then also the communication was important to me because don't forget I'm giving over my commissioned artwork for 44,
Right.
and I needed somebody to be able to. So it was really hard, you guys. It took like months for me to actually find the people that I found in the States would have worked out in the US, but the customs and everything would have been a disaster. It would have been too much.
Disaster.
So I found these guys in India. The only caveat is this was their first time producing decks. And I said, this would be a really good opportunity for you guys because your name will be out there, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure everything is like, top. But you know how many mistakes happen. So when I got the first 20, I was getting feedback from people that this was missing. There was a double card. So I started checking the cards. I had to like open the plastic and I had to go get canvas bags and, to send them in.
Yeah,
so I tried to inspect them.
My deck came in the canvas bag.
Yeah, so I had to. So that was a separate thing. So what card was that again? The parrot, right?
It was the parrot, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to send it to you tomorrow. Even though I checked them, but obviously I missed that one. And that's the card I was.
Well, I missed it too because I've shuffled this deck several times and didn't even notice.
You see that? Well, look at this though. That's the card I was just talking about. So is that a message for us?
Ooh, maybe.
That's the card I was just saying, Julie.
Julie
That's the
was
card I was just saying.
interpreting this, right? The triumph.
So is that a message for all of us? Are we gonna win the
So.
lottery? Are we gonna like get rich or something? Because this is a good card. No, it's a really good card.
Right, it is. It's triumph.
You see the crown. You see the crown, right? Yeah.
Right. The bird is bringing the crown.
Yeah.
Well, and the cowrie is also very important.
That's achievement.
Right?
Perhaps Julie, can we ask Julie to interpret that for us?
Yeah.
Because that's the card she pulled.
That's the card she pulled.
That's the card.
You can't make this stuff up, people.
You can't make this up. Julie, can you give us can you please give us a message since this is the same card?
I know. That's so funny.
That's a good sign, you know.
That's a good sign. Right.
Yeah, Lisa, it's for all of us on this call. So that's what I'm thinking. Right. It's a really good sign.
Well, and why else would I notice it now when I've been playing with the deck and haven't noticed it yet?
I checked. Yeah.
Where the crown you've already paid for. I love that.
Yeah. It's good. This is good. This is good.
I think I will take that card out just for now so I don't accidentally break it completely.
Well, I'm gonna send you a new one anyways. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it tomorrow. Okay,
I'll just shuffle it in then.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna send. That's what I had to do. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll just make sure to inspect them very.
No, Peter, it's an actual cut. I think
it's an actual cut.
Yeah, when they were cutting out the cards, they accidentally pushed. Oh, wait, no, over here. So there's still like thought they hadn't cut, but they actually did.
Yeah. It's an actual no, Peter. I've had that same feedback. Trust me, like I've been doing this for months, and it's been like that. So several people have said one card is missing, but you know, I had to. But overall, the printing company did a really good job. Overall, they did.
I've never had such big cards be so flexible, which I really appreciate. I definitely have to do
Beth just sent us a message. Yes, thank you. That's why we got the card, Jonathan. Did you see what she just wrote?
Oh,
that's why we got the card.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Triumph. Yep. I've been looking. Listen, you guys, you cannot make this up. I've been looking for a company since I think I launched everything in end of July. Beth, you know, so for that to come through on this call with that card, that's a message.
Right.
Triumph.
Okay, let me see. Triumph. I was gonna send you the email now, but I should wait till after we're done.
Yeah, just wait. Yeah. Because I'm gonna reach out to.
Okay, so if you do want us to pull you a couple cards, just in all caps say me.
Yes. Okay. We are ready to go. Have you tried reading it with like tarot? I sometimes use my choice tarot choices, either the original Raider Wake deck or Julie's deck, and I've used it, but I have to be on the floor because it's like big cards.
They're all big cards. Yeah,
it's quite good, you know.
I could totally see this going really well with Julie's deck.
Yeah.
That sounds No, I've just been trying to get to know the deck. So I haven't really been mixing it with anything yet.
Okay. Lisa, I think, did I saw Lisa? Yeah. Lisa said me.
So first one.
So she just wants.
Foster, welcome.
Do you think just one card, Jonathan, or how do you think?
I think we each pull one and then we see how they pair.
Good stuff. Yeah. Lisa. Okay.
Interesting. Let's see what you got too.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. Hi, Heather.
So,
oh my God,
Lisa, what the heck? Okay, I'm getting off. This is no.
We're too connected, sis.
Okay, this is too much. No. Okay, I'm getting like spooked out now. This is crazy.
Wow.
Lisa, you need a break, like right now.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
You need to disconnect. You know, it's going away. Because you have the tools, and just take your internal. Oh my God, I'm getting chills.
I know, same. Like you really need to put down the tools
and just take a break from everyone. You need to like break. It's too much.
Find some internal growth, right?
Yeah, it's too
Mhm.
much white noise, too much blah 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 blah, and just you really need to take a break because you have to heal. Because spirit is actually trying to talk to you as well. I'll give you the background of this card. So this card is actually the male manifestation of a deity called Oshun. Now, Oshun is very similar to Venus or the Hindu deity Lakshmi. Yeah. So when I say Lakshmi, you can kind of understand, and Venus, beauty, yeah, beauty, Taurian, very material, and she's about, all this. But then this is her male manifestation because in West Africa, the deities, they have a polarity. Like us, we have male and female in
Male and
us.
female.
With the deities, they actually physically manifest. Their male side comes out and their female side. So this is the male side of that. And you see she has the this is a guy, and he has the beads. The beads on the machete symbolizes that female deity, Oshun,
Mhm.
Venus, right? So it's very beauty, very soft, and she represents water as well. So the tools in and of itself, that's a fly whisk, symbolizes the male side. It's because he's also a hunter. So this is a very balanced deity. He has his feminine side and he has his male side, and he's aware of that, and they're in perfect balance. But the key to him is that he must have time to himself, because he's always in the forest, he's always thinking. He has to pull away from civilization from time to time to recuperate. So this is insane. I mean, Jonathan pulled this. You just need to take a rest. You need to take
You
a
need
break
to
from
rest.
people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like this. That's what I'm getting. Like a lot of people just
buzzing in the ears.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's healing there. Wow, this is whoa. Should we read the guidebook for her?
Oh my God, chills, right?
What's my God? What the heck? That's insane.
Oh my God.
We gotta read the guidebook. We gotta give her the full thing.
Right.
This is weird.
Oh my God. I'll read the quote. Whoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Wow. That's amazing. Lagonde's freshly polished brass manchette crosses his leather braided hunter fly whisk. Orson is seen above the tools. The approaching sunset casts a golden hue. It is evening time, and he has just returned from his hunting expedition. He represents balance of the masculine and feminine, the loner, health. Symbolism. Lagonde is the male aspect of Oshun. He is the perfect balance of Oshun, female, and the very masculine Ogun deity of ore, iron, and forest. Oshun's symbol further encapsulates his feminine side, while the tool for the hunt symbolizes his masculine side. Lagonde is the male aspect of Oshun. Message: dig deep. All you need is within you. Time away from society.
Yeah. Yeah, that's deep.
I gotta show you what Lisa says. I need a drink.
You need a drink. I need a drink. I want to look up. I've never had this happen before. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's very, Lisa, and the divine feminine is very much here. So you definitely have some work to do, because the divine feminine is also speaking through this card. Even though it's a masculine manifestation of Oshun, the divine feminine is there.
Right.
So if that means anything, but that's wild.
Oh, Gerald, I almost missed this. Gerald says, didn't you bring up Elgua at the beginning? He's clearing paths for you to get the deck to the U.S.
I share. Yeah, you're right. I share. Yep, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Amazing.
It's true though.
Next, we have Joan B. Welcome, Joan B. Did I say hi to you? I don't know if I said hi to you.
I like that picture.
Love that.
needs to come out. I can't riffle spread because I'm not a
Just do it sideways.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that.
Because
Okay.
if I try to do it this way, it's like my hand's not like is stretching too much.
Right. Yeah. So Joan definitely has a very important job. So you have Iyalode, and she's the guardian. So you have a very important job. So what it's telling you, it's kind of very similar to the last message, which is really, it's kind of like somebody that has a very, okay, it's kind of like somebody that has a very important job. Like what's coming to me is like a pilot, right? If you're flying a plane and if you have people's lives in your hands, you don't have time for gossip. You don't have time for getting other people's problems. It's basically, this card is really telling you in a very blunt way to mind your own business. Everybody's problems is not your own, because you have a very important job. There's something very important that you do or you're supposed to be doing that needs all your energy. Which card do you have?
Agalu, the mother of sound. Only the initiate men know. So
Yeah.
this is about initiation.
Did you see the kids as well with both?
Oh wow, yeah. Children.
Because he's
And
the
teaching them.
apprentice. Yeah, teaching. Yeah, because I'm wondering, does she do something with kids as well? I'm not sure. Back on my purpose. Yeah, there's definitely an important, a divine, it speaks of a divine assignment as well. Because this deity, the one I'm holding, Yalode, she is a very important, spirit, because she guards, she's the one that regulates children that die before their time, like stillbirths and children that just die all of a sudden. Because in West Africa, there's a belief that, let's say it's a woman has 3 stillbirths, or she has like a lot of pediatric deaths, her kids, they die young. There's a belief that that's the same soul that's coming back, and it's a very restless soul that's basically haunting that family. So she is the one that guides the portal to make sure these souls are not going back and forth. So they're not going to Earth and then dying and coming back, going to Earth. And then she's actually the ones that guides them to go back, to stay on Earth. So they're not causing havoc in the community. So that's why her job is really, really important. And she's a chief as well.
Okay. And this one, I just read that she's the only goddess that has a king's crown, right? So she's also teaching her son the ways of the drum, which is passed down, right? It's the very, it's secret, right? The drum.
Yes, exactly.
Very sacred. So this is telling you got to use your own voice, connect to your inner child, tap into your own creativity. Basically, it's like, whose drum beat are you dancing to? Are you dancing to your own drum beat, or are you dancing to somebody else's drum beat?
That's it. That's it. And she just said she's in healthcare, so it's your voice.
But I'm in a place where I'm looking for new positions. Yeah, use your voice. Find that spot where you can play your own drum instead of having to listen to somebody else's drums.
Yeah, because you have the potential. You have chief. You have king and energy around you. You are actually a leader that leads.
Both of these
she's a leader and Agalu is a leader. So
only goddess with a
look at this. She says her son plays a drum.
My son plays drums. Wow.
Chills.
Chills. Wow. Yeah. And that says wow too. Everyone's saying wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Joan, the main thing when Iyalode comes up for me, because I messaged when they gave it to me, it was a time when I was just involved in everybody's crap. I'll be like involved in this person's drama and that person's drama, trying to help everyone. Because of being in healthcare, I used to be in healthcare. I know how we are. We want to help everyone, the world. So when that message came to me, it was for me to really, you need to just mind your own. You have to, because you have an important work, which is this deck I was creating. And I was just all over the place trying to save the world. And I was told that you really need to concentrate on what you are doing. The world will save itself.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Oh, chills. Well, I hope that was helpful, Joan B. Next, we have Jamie.
Wondering, what's her name?
Jamie.
Jamie, cool.
Yeah. Wandering
exactly.
Mountain Path. Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie.
You're very welcome, Joan B.
This is fun.
Beth says, tend your own garden first.
That's exactly it.
Mm-hmm. This one's sticking out, wants to be pulled.
Yeah, the same card just fell out for me for her. So what's that about?
That same one. Oh, that's interesting. I got a completely different card. Let's see. Yume Essay?
Yeah, wow. You ever see? Okay. So Oshun and Iyalode. And it's interesting because this is a connection again, because you see that your card is another manifestation of Oshun, that deity I was talking about at the beginning. So this is her warrior. Okay, yeah, I understand now. Yeah, I understand why this came up. Yeah, you have to keep a lot of your plans secret, Jamie. I don't know what you're trying to do at this point. Just wait until when you're literally about to execute the plan, like in the next hour. That's when you let everyone know. If there's something important that you're trying to do, don't share it with anyone, because these two cards are actually, yeah, and it speaks of the card I have in my hand, speaks of, again, consolidation of energy. Again, bringing that focus in. And the card that Jonathan has speaks of keeping your plans a secret until you just about to, until everything has come together and you're about to launch.
Mm-hmm. And an interesting quote for this card too: never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake.
Because it speaks of total defeat of an enemy. Like if you were in court or something, if you had like some kind of dispute with someone, that card speaks of victory if you keep everything quiet. Don't tell anyone.
Yep.
Let me look at Iyalode's quote. What's Iyalode's quote? 36.
We have not reached the place yet, my children, Yamese whispers to her terrified citizens. All are in shackles as the invaders lead them deeper into the forest. A clearing appears. As if on cue, Yamese snaps out of her shackles and kills all the invaders. She represents strategy and victory. She's the warrior aspect of Oshun, and her color in this manifestation is red. She fooled the invaders into capturing her in order to save her people. After killing all the invading soldiers and freeing the captives, they could not find their way home. So she turned into a river and flowed, carrying her people back to safety.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the quote for Iyalode, the one I have, is, it is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. That was really important for me, because I was one of those, when I was in healthcare, I was really into having that status, being considered like, oh, I want to get my PhD in nursing. I want to get my master's in nursing. I want to get my bachelor's in nursing. When I get to that level, that's when I will feel like I'm someone on this earth. And it was like, spirit, again, that message came to me that that's not what is actually important. So it's saying, Jamie, not to look at a person's title, to say you may be intimidated by someone because this person is whatever and they have this big title, but in actuality, you probably know more than them, because it's not about the title of the person that makes a person big. It's actually how they carry themselves.
Right.
You know, it's because of the work that Iyalolode does, because of the work that the divine assignment that she focuses on. That's why she was given the chieftaincy title. So I don't know. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, she says, yes, I understand fully and completely. Thankful for the direction from Spirit. Yep, truth.
Good.
Oh, and we have a question from Gerald for you.
Yeah, I saw that. Taro Stash, right? Yes. Yeah. Is actually the correct response when you hear something powerful. Exactly. Yeah, you acknowledge it. Like if you say, oh, Aminat, this deck is going to be so successful. So you're saying that. We don't know why you're saying that. Spirit may be moving you to say that. So when we say Ashe, it's like saying, so it be. Whatever you're saying, yes, right. It is going to happen. So it's like a push. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like saying it's a push for Spirit to make sure that thing manifests.
Wow. So many. Oh. Joseph says this deck speaks to my heart, right?
Thank you, Beth.
Peter says no such thing as coincidence. Oh, bye, Beth. Yeah, I'll email you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks so much.
Okay. Let's see. Next, we have Heather, Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts.
Heather, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, one fell out actually. That was quick for Heather.
Oh. I don't think I've seen this card before. What's saying?
So I got Ibeji, the Divine Twins.
What's saying? The Herbalist.
Yeah. So this is a very Gemini card. Think Gemini. So Heather, twins in your Yoruba culture are seen as a good sign. So whenever a family in a community gives birth to twins, the whole community celebrates because it's seen as a good omen. It means that something, you know, the community is really going to have a good year, a good decade. So this card speaks of good news coming very soon. Good news, and it's going to come in pairs as well. It's going to come. You're going to hear good news, the first one, and then you're going to hear another one right behind it. So this is really, really good. Which one do you have, Jonathan? This is really good.
I got the Osean, the Herbalist. Mm-hmm. Without leaves, there's no Orisha, right?
Yeah, I wonder is Heather into healing, some type of healing?
Have you been thinking about like learning how to be an herbalist, Heather? I vaguely remember you saying that for some reason. I don't know if I'm misremembering that, but I think this is a call for you to actually dive into that idea. Right?
And it's going to be good.
In your healing journey, right? Follow the yin, feminine root. Yeah. So I mean, also look at the birds made out of herbs here. So that's the knowledge.
And look at the cowrie shells in the Divine Twins, Heather. So that's like good news, and it's going to come with about money as well. And I believe in this card because when I was designing this card with the artist, I told the artist, I was like, I think you're going to get good news. He was like, what? I was like, watch, you're going to get good news and it's going to happen in pairs. And it's exactly what happened. He got like 2 different commissions to go outside of town somewhere. And his work just exploded. He was like, oh my God, you're right. I was like, yeah, I had a feeling. So I stand on that. You're definitely going to get good news and it's going to happen in 2.
Oh, Debbie, I didn't skip you. Both of your knees came up at the same time. So I apologize. I thought that others came through first. So that's how I saw it. All right. Yeah. We're not skipping you. You're next.
She says Heather's saying she does Reiki and work with crystals. Yeah, so that's very healing.
Mm-hmm.
art therapy. Yeah, and it's very yin, isn't it?
Yeah,
Art
both
therapy.
of them are
It's
very
very yin.
yin.
The very
Both
yin. Yep.
cards
Yeah,
too.
you're right. You're right because it's two girls. Yep.
Mhm.
You're right.
Wow. I still am feeling, Heather, that you need to start including herbalism as part of it. I just am getting it really strongly with this card that I pulled.
Hmm.
You know, I
Very
missed a few, did I? Apparently, Peter says I missed a few. I thought I had got it.
Aquarius owl is next, I think.
Yeah, I have Aquarius Owl next.
Well, what's her real name?
Assuming I'm like scrolling back to see if I see. I've been starring people who said me, so hopefully I got everybody. Yeah, so the next one I have on the list. Aquarius.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Heather. What's her real name? What's Aquarius's name?
Debbie.
Debbie, thank you.
So Heather says that she's never been connected with herbalism before. Interesting. Oh, and Heather, right when I read that, this part almost broke off of here. I think that's the final message for you. Grab that herbalism. It yeah, something about herbalism in you. I don't know what it is. So Debbie, you are up. Yes, Peter, I have
3 cards fell out for
9 starred things. We're working our way through them all.
3 cards fell out for her.
3. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Debbie like sings, but it's definitely speaking of these 2 cards, right? This card is very, very simple. It just speaks of the law of attraction. It's telling you to be positive. Just be, whenever you wake up in the morning, just say something positive to yourself. You know, the rising. And this card is connected. You see that Ashe that Tarot Stash was just saying. So the reason why we say Ashe after a positive affirmation is because the power of the tongue is very, very much is something that is respected in West Africa, and it speaks of power being in your speech. That's basically law of attraction, right? So for you, Debbie, I think it's saying that you definitely have to. I don't know if you could maybe you make speeches or sing or something. There's power in your tongue, but there's definitely power that you speak. When you speak, is a very spirit is there, and it's definitely telling you to just be positive, right? And then this card is the crone.
Crone energy.
Which I think is very interesting. So she's the teacher of everyone. She's like the elder deity. She's like the elder deity that teaches the Iyami. She's the oldest one. So it's definitely telling you. I mean, this card just speaks of sitting back and observing, taking the role of the teacher. And it speaks of, you see that power, and the calabash as well has Ashe. It's the same.
Yeah,
the smoke coming out of the calabash. Yeah, it's the same as the smoke coming out of her mouth.
Right. Well, it's interesting because that kind of hiding that smoke coming out of the mouth kind of goes with my card. I got this again. So about keeping it secret until you're ready to reveal, right? Until you're ready to take action.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's
yeah.
definitely something about speech and power, and and the power of positive thinking. With this card, Spirit is definitely telling you give thanks. Just say something positive every time you wake up in the morning. Try to say something positive to set the tone.
Be thankful you woke up.
Mm-hmm.
And don't speak your truth to everybody, because not everyone can hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But speak it to the people who are willing to listen. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Debbie.
Good. She says,
And that,
I do need to speak more positivity. Yeah, that's really important, Debbie, for you. That's really important. That's what your guides are basically saying, that you definitely have to be more. And it's about speaking that positivity to yourself. To yourself. So, yeah.
So next we have Peter.
Peter, okay.
Yeah. Oh, hey Tony, welcome. Yeah, I had Heather on there twice. That's why there was 9. I don't know how that happened. I think she said me twice. Debbie says I've been through a lot lately, and I'm really thankful for the things I have and the people in my life. I love these cards. I do need to speak more positively in my life.
This one fell. Oh, okay.
Oh, I got a jumper.
This is interesting because this card has come up. Peter, this is one of his favorite paintings, and then issues the one because I know Peter likes this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ancestors, because when I think the group on Facebook was the first people who saw this painting behind me, funnily enough, when I and he had like a really strong connection. So that's the ancestors, and it speaks of the father's line. These are 2 very yang and masculine cards,
which is interesting because I got Aja Fun.
Interesting. So that's water, yeah. So he's talking about, this is Elegua. Again, everybody knows, most people know Elegua. He's talking about the decision, standing in the middle of that 3-road intersection or crossroad, and, really trying to figure out which way to go. But this is a very Mercurian energy. It's a very Mercury type energy, Peter. And, Mercury is detached. So whatever decision you're trying to make, you have to make sure you're not coming from a emotional place or trying to take sides, because that's what Elegua is. It doesn't take sides. That's why people can't figure him out, and they think he's a trickster, which he's not. He just does not take sides. All he's worried, all he's concerned about are people following the law. He's a police. So it's definitely telling you to take a detached step back and just look at everything from a more detached perspective and make it make sense. And then this card is about the ancestors, the father's line, and to really move whatever decision you're trying to make. There's a lot of protection here as well. There's a lot of protection here for you. So whatever decision you're trying to make, just go for it, and then just believe that you have a lot of protection.
Whereas this one, I don't know, the thing that really popped out to me is the owl here. Like I feel like Peter's connected to that owl on her shoulder. And this is the maiden, but the quote for this card really is be a lamp unto yourself, the Buddha, right? So this is about being a seer, perceiving what others cannot perceive, right? Basically, it's being someone who can see things that others don't. It represents clarity, dreamer, wisdom, the healer, the one who lights the path. So in a way, it's being the light on the path for others to follow. Mm-hmm. And I know you're working on your own oracle system right now, right?
Okay.
So,
yeah, communication. That makes sense. Yeah, he's working with you, Peter. Very interesting. Yes.
She is master of both the astral and material realms, right? So having a foot in each world, which you've always said you do. So
interesting. Yeah, and issues also, again, think Mercury. He's so Mercury is like he's the same. Just think Mercury, think information, think investigation. He's the one that led me to so many. Think the internet. Anything that has to do with communication is him. But he's telling you to just maintain that detached perspective and just get the information and present it in a non-biased fashion. It's not your problem how people receive stuff.
Right.
You know,
Just
and
be the
then
light.
yeah, and just be the light. And the ancestors are telling you we're behind you. Well,
Yep.
you know that I think he knows this card more than me, probably.
Well,
He
and he
does, 'cause it's
says
very much
owl is
connected
another
to-
spirit companion of his. So
You see that? Interesting. Wow, this is so interesting.
Chills again.
Yeah.
Chills during all these readings. Wow. Thank you, Peter. Hope that was helpful. Next, we have Julie.
Julie. Let me get my cards together because some of them fell now. They did something funny.
That was interesting. Usually I can like switch to the next person pretty easily, but I think because Julie and Peter are so interconnected,
yeah,
I was like shuffling for Julie, but kept thinking about Peter.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, we got an answer from Peter. Oh, I don't feel like I'm too emotional about this project, so that's really important to know. I was wondering if I was pushing it, even though I'm not overly excited. Thank you both.
No, you're not pushing it because the messages that are coming through are coming from the ancestors, and it's just your job to convey it, and that's it. Yeah.
My Alexa started answering because somehow I said something similar to the computer. We changed it to computer, and I don't know why we did that. Let's see, Julie. So fitting.
What do you have? So I have Olokun. This is the one I was telling. Whoa. money. So this, my card, 39, the wealth, Olokun, this is think Poseidon, think Neptune, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this deity is basically that same manifestation, and Olokun means owner of the sea. And the reason why she is called the wealth is because West Africans believe that most of the wealth, our spiritual wealth, physical wealth, comes from underneath the ocean. Like the ocean has its own, there's a whole other world, and this deity is the one that runs the show. So this card is telling you that believe in spirit. Spirit is the one that brings you wealth, not people. Don't depend on profits. Don't depend on this contract going through. This person didn't give me a chance, so I lost that. Because spirit is the one that's actually controlling your wealth. And the spirit of wealth actually walks with you. Is saying, Jonathan, this is the one I was telling you about at the beginning.
Yeah, the one for me. Yeah.
I was saying with the shells and water and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before we went live, we were talking about how a lot of times when I'm walking on the beach, the ocean will just deposit shells at my feet.
Mm-hmm. So this is that deity.
And then I got Ocean Oloya, the beauty. This is about just being grateful for what you have, right? Being able to just disconnect for a minute and be like, have the time to clear your brain, rest, laugh, eat, play, love, right? The answers will come when they are ready.
Yes, and there's more money if you notice, like the cowrie shells.
Mm-hmm. More calories.
It's the symbols. Yeah. So there's definitely a connection to resting, really just being grateful, and then that abundance, the abundance will
flow. Both of these are water too.
And the water as well. Yep.
You just got to the thing is, I noticed that when we fight, the flow stops. But if we just release and let go, and the flow is able to just come to us, that's when things change.
And then when we worry, especially water vibrational people, if you worry about the money, it's not going to come. And then when you just relax, and then be like Oshun, just take a break, go to the hairdressers, get your nails, just do something different and just relax and just believe that spirit has you in regards to wealth, because that's where your true wealth comes from spirit.
Tony says, now I feel like Jonathan should cast some shells.
No, I swear. He's the shaman. I swear. I feel that too. He really should.
I have enough. I have 16, I have way more than 16 calories I could use. I should just pull some out. Yeah. Start playing. Yeah. Julie says, very true. Oh, you have an invite from Gerald. He would love to do a laugh and learn about Orisha.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. I love it. Yeah. I don't know if you're following me yet, but reach out to Jonathan to give you my details. I can send you my Instagram, and anyone that wants to have a chat. I love this stuff.
Put your Instagram in the description.
Yeah, cool. Anytime.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun with you because you already know, Gerald. I could tell a little bit. That's gonna be interesting. If there's time,
Yes, Gerald, there is time. I know it's 1:01 or a minute after an hour, but I think we can squeeze in one more reading just for you, Gerald.
Of course, we're not gonna miss anyone.
No.
We don't do that. You guys have been with me from like the beginning, the very beginning.
You're welcome, Julie. Ooh, it'd be fun to have you come back and we could teach about shells during the shell.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Mine is very interesting for Gerald.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I almost pulled 2.
Look at the cup. Stop.
I almost pulled 2, and then I went, no, put that down. It's already been pulled.
Like, and it's so weird because I thought I was gonna pull a legua or something for him, something masculine like. So Gerald, this one is just very straightforward. For you, if he was a woman, it would be like a different message. But this is saying the divine feminine is definitely with you. And it's also saying what you think is a disadvantage is actually an advantage. Because you know how when women, the way sometimes we're treated in the world, at least for me, I'll speak for myself. I used to think that being a female was like a detriment. I used to wish I was a guy. If I was a guy, this wouldn't happen. I could do this. I could move like this around the world. But then when I started studying spirituality, I realized that there's power in femininity. There's power there. And that's what you have to do is find that power and then use that intelligence. So what you think is a disadvantage right now, like you're trying to do something and you think, oh, this is not working because I'm like this or because I don't have that, is actually an advantage. And it's telling you that to go to your source, because this means that the source is saying, I'm getting very feminine. And because of that other card that Jonathan pulled, is really confirming it for me. And this is on the look at what's on the bottom of the deck. So you have a very feminine, your guys are females. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The divine feminine is definitely speaking to you that we're here.
Right. And this one, I just love the message. May the sunrise bring you blessings, right? Make the best of the day, set positive intentions, like be thankful that you got to wake up this morning. Again,
yeah.
the message.
And look at the color as well. And yellow, if you want to do color symbolism, yellow is a color of intelligence, Gerald. So it's saying there's a feminine vibration that is around you that if you tap into, you could discover a level of intelligence that you didn't even think of.
Right.
That's the feeling that I'm just getting with him. Because if you look at the yellow, because I'm into color symbolism.
That color symbolism
as well.
Gerald just said that my card reminds him of his backdrop that he uses. Like if you take away the sun, you just see the trees there. That is kind of what his backdrop looks like too.
Yeah. They're saying go to your source.
Well,
go to your
even
source.
The sun has that feeling of source
energy. Right? Yes, that's it.
Time. Tony says yellow nails and a scarf.
That sounds nice though. I'll rock that. I mean, yeah.
Why not?
Nice. I wanted to buy a yellow purse yesterday. I wanted to. I almost did, but the style was kind of like, eh.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you're gonna really love it.
Love it, yeah.
Or as Joe likes to say, purchase responsibly, know your limits.
I hope that makes sense. Yellow is the color of honey. Yes, exactly. And that card, Gerald, that I pulled, I've already shuffled it. That's an Orishun. It's another manifestation of Oshun. So the card that one I was holding is it's a different manifestation of Oshun. Yes.
I shuffle and look what pops up.
That's you can't make this up. So that's Oshun. So it's basically Oshun in a different way,
Hey, Fox with the Book. We're just winding up here. I do probably need to go soon, so I have a little break between because I will be over on Gerald's channel.
I'm going to watch you guys. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. And, I'm going to follow you guys because
Gerald and Jamie are doing their back and forth, and I get to ask the questions this time.
Cool. I'm going to be there because I'm actually. It's 8:00 here. I don't have anything else. I'm not working tonight. Perfect. Ashe. Thank you, Gerald. I'm gonna be on you guys' channel because I want to watch you.
Yeah.
Watch how you grow. So I hope that was okay, you guys.
Oh, that was amazing. Are you kidding me? You have anything planned for the next week? Any more YouTube lives or anything?
Not right now, but there's something in the pipeline. There's a lot of US people. Like you guys have just been amazing. I wish I could move to the US. There's some people that I'm in talks with, but we haven't done it. We haven't, had any concrete stuff yet.
Concrete, yeah. And I will email Beth and who was it? Gerald? No, who was the other one? No, Gerald has a contact info.
It was Beth. What was the other person?
Oh, man.
Was it Beth? It was just Beth. And then I will send you the parrot one tomorrow, the Triumph.
Okay. I swear there was someone else asking for contact info, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch back and see. I thought it was Gerald too.
I think it was Gerald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Gerald. Remember he had like some kind of hashtag something. Thanks,
right.
Antoinette. Yeah. Beth and Gerald. Yep. That's
Beth and Gerald. Yeah. So we were remembering
it. Perfect. I'm gonna go back. So is that link on your channel to go to the other one? For the next?
I will post it after this.
I'm gonna watch out for that, and I'm definitely gonna watch.
Community tab because I forgot to do that. But I will do that right after this. And next week is my usual play date with Betsy Palmer. And I guess it'll be our Halloween session, I guess.
Nice. I love Halloween. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. Yes. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, everyone who's been here.
Thanks, everyone.
And I'm so glad you were able to share this time with us. This was
absolutely
amazing.
I always make time for you guys, Jonathan. I will always make time for you guys, always. Seriously. So yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks.
Tony just posted a link for Gerald's.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And Gerald posted it too.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, because I'm definitely gonna be there. All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
See you guys.
Aloha.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.